Hi, for your oral gymnastics exercise, you're going to be repeating after the speaker on this slow echoing recording. And I'll go through the tips here so that you understand what I'm talking about on each of these little yellow tips here. Here, I want you to keep the tongue forward. So you're naturally going to say a rond, and make that English R sound. What I want you to do instead is keep the tip of the tongue touching the inside of the lower teeth and say éron, éron. Do you hear? I'm pushing the tongue forward. Instead of éron, it's éron, éron. Pour qu'il y ait rencontre, pour qu'il y ait rencontre. Next here, aux occidentaux. I want you to make sure this C is a nice deep C. Don't say aux occidentaux, it's aux occidentaux, aux occidentaux. Here, I want you to think of the syllable break, and américain is coming in front of the R. Les Américains. And this is qu'un, not con. Make sure that you hear qu'un and that you say qu'un, not con. Here, série, I want you to think of the syllable break as being in front of the R. Next, etc. This is not pronounced like some Americans and maybe some other English speakers would pronounce it with an X sound. So, etc. It's et, cetera. And again, tip the tongue, touching the inside of the lower teeth and tongue forward. And think of that syllable break as coming in front of the ra, etc. This is an interesting word that I wanted you to notice because you've got three syllables with the same emphasis. Nagasaki. The ki is where the emphasis is. So you're Nagasaki. And notice that the S sounds like a Z, as will all S's that are between two vowel sounds. Next, I want you to think of the R as being with the egg. Pareg. Pareg. I want you to think of it that way so you get a nice pa and then reg. I don't want you to say by accident par. See how that sounds English? Par. It sounds English because I'm raising the tip of my tongue up to make the English R. Instead, I want you to think par exemple. Par exemple. And if you keep the tip of the tongue forward and push the tongue forward, you're going to get a little bit of that pop that I'd like to hear. Par exemple. Par exemple. I'm not asking you for the R that you think you need to make, which is that scratching sound that English speakers think they need to make. I'm asking you for a little bit of a pop. Par exemple. Next, on ancré. As an English speaker, you're going to tend to make the same sound twice. You're going to say on twice. You're going to say en ancré, en ancré. Instead, listen to the speaker. Notice that it's on ancré, on ancré. Next, favorable. Think of the syllable break as coming in front of the R. Favorable, favorable, favorable. And finally, another etc., etc. That's it. Hope you enjoy this, and then you can let me know if you have any questions. So, we're going to just do like this.
Alors, pour
Alors,
qu'il y ait
pour qu'il y ait
rencontre,
rencontre,
il fallait que
il
le
fallait que
Japon,
le Japon,
fermé aux
fermé aux
Occidentaux, ne
Occidentaux,
soit plus fermé.
ne soit plus fermé.
Les Américains.
Did you hear how I said aux Occidentaux twice? It's because I noticed that I did not say it perfectly the first time, so I said it again. I'm practicing making these sounds, practicing saying them correctly. It's by practicing saying these sounds, making these sounds right after the native speaker that I get to where I am more likely to pronounce them correctly and more likely to make the tongue movements correctly when I'm speaking to my coworkers or when I'm out talking to friends. Aux Occidentaux, ne sois plus fermé. All right, that's it. Enjoy.